Testing microphone 1 2. Hey everybody, how's it going? Biff back with you again today on this nice Friday morning. Hope my audio's not too loud. I'm a little boisterous this morning, I guess. Hope everyone's doing well. It is Friday morning here where I am, and it is 9:44 on Friday morning. So here we are. We're gonna check out what happened yesterday in a game called Football Manager. You see from the title of the stream, we are out of the FAT, which is the Football Association Trophy competition. But before we do any of that, let's go into our usual checking out what's new on Steam. So Minacci is a new game. It's Italian. It looks like it's an Italian developer, maybe. I'm not sure what Minacci means. Oh, it's like it's a trick word, like fragile, menace. Lead a strike force against an alien threat in this turn-based tactical RPG from the developers of Battle Brothers. Answer distress calls across different worlds, train and equip infantry, deploy tanks and mechs, plan and execute missions in detailed turn-based battles. You'd probably skip that one. I already have lots of games like that. Dovetail. I'm doing a Train World 6. Train Sim World, Train Sim World, Train Sim World. I've got a Train World game that I got a long time ago. Oh, where's that thing? Where's the thing that was the thing over here? And I bought the game and then I got a bunch of, I got a bundle from Humble Bundle with a bunch of, so what they do is they create train lines like from London to the south coast of England. So they actually recreate the train line in, digitally with all the signals and everything. And then you can get in a realistic train, and you can drive that train line. So, but Typing Fest, Sims franchise, games. Let's go to our queue. Lead a strike force against alien threat. I think I already read this. Super Bomberman Collection. Harem in Another World. Nope. Tomb of the Blood. Nope. Reblade the Stuff. Nope. Monster Hunter. Nope. Anthem. Nope. Pipe Flow. Nope. Well, in the distant but surprisingly leaky city of Kranovsk, where every house is a maze of old pipes, unpredictable turns and sudden floods, an era of change is coming. A novice plumber decided to learn pipes and become the greatest plumber. Interesting. $6. It's got 10 positive. It is a puzzle game, obviously, and it's a countdown puzzle game. I think we'll skip that one. Scam Line. Run Tavern Quest. Classic text adventure, but you're not the one playing it. You're the game master for an idiot player named Steve. Parse the player's enigmatic commands and decide how NPCs react to him. Who knew that running an RPG would be so frustrating? Steve types, you choose. Interesting. It might be an interesting demo to download and look at. The only thing is, it's like, I don't know. Scorefall, 12 months Vietnam, mixed. Let's see. Let's come back over here. Let's go here. Is there any deal? I'm sure there is. Wingspan, City Tales, Euro Truck Simulator. I'm just kind of stuck on. I was just watching there's a game called Foundry. It's a factory building game that has gotten a bunch of updates since I played it last time. And I do have some new stuff going on. I don't know if you can see in well, of course you can. I'm highlighting these things down here. Toss me a follow. I'm highlighting comments and suggestions over here. And just to kind of make it pop a little bit more. But Dyson Sphere program update required. Let's do that one. That's a quick one. And Alchemy Factory, that one's got an update. Yeah, just to make it pop a little bit more. That's my thing. Bring this down a little bit. Bring this down a little bit. Okay. So I want to take a look at the game yesterday. And you can see the title of my stream today. And then I'm going to assign blame. I'm going to assign blame. Okay. Let's look at the league table. We've played half a season. We'll call it half a season. We're on 50 points. Our opponent in the first round of the FA Trophy that we played in, we came into the FA Trophy in the third round. Our opponent, which was in our last game, which you can watch in our previous VOD, it's uploaded onto YouTube now also. Our opponent was Woking. Woking's in 20th. They are 1 point out of the relegation spots, and their form has been pretty terrible. They've won out of their last, 5 games? Admittedly, they've won against Sutton, who's in 14th. Sutton is about 11 points above them. We have scored 47 goals in 22 games. We're averaging over 2 goals a game. Woking in 22 games has scored 17 goals. So they're scoring about 0.75 goals per game. Let's look at let's see where we find over here. Team stats. We have scored the most goals in the league. Woking is down at the bottom. They're averaging 0.77 goals per game. We're averaging 2.14 goals per game. We're in second place in the league. Carlisle's in first. Again, we're on 2.14. Expected goals over performance. We're at 0.68. I'm not exactly sure how to read this since the tooltip is wrong. They haven't fixed this yet. No one's gone in and said, because I don't know if the game's in active development still or not. Our expected goals for is 46-32. We've scored 47. So our XG, so we're only 0.68 over our XG. Yeah, goals from crosses. Crosses completed, 15%. Woking, 15%. I don't know if this is based on last game. I think this is just in the league. So this is basically how Woking plays. So Woking plays, according to the report that we got, Woking plays, they get the ball out to the flanks as quickly as possible. They progress the ball up the flanks as quickly as possible, and then they cross the ball into the middle. So what do we play? What do we play to combat that? So this is what our tactic was. Our tactic was to trap inside. So try to squeeze them down inside as they're progressing the ball up the field so they can't do the crossing that they like to do. To try to frustrate them where they can't just run the ball up into the corner and then cross it. We've been playing this way lately because our data staff, our what are these guys? Our performance analysts and our analysts and stuff have been telling us that we win the ball back. We do a good job of winning the ball back in central positions on the pitch. So we trap inside, we high press to try to turn the ball over as soon as they get control of the ball. We high press, we trigger press, we counter press. And because they like to cross the ball, we stop crosses. We're trying to stop crosses. And then in possession, we're running our standard passing game. We're running our, we're playing our play through their press. They're in 20th, remember. They're giving up. I didn't see how many goals they're giving up, but you can see pretty soon. And we're moving the ball up the middle because they like to force you to the outsides. They had space up the middle for us to move the ball up the middle. We're whipped crosses in. This is our basic, what we do in pretty much every game. So what happened? What happened in this game? So, Woking outscored Torquay in Thriller. Now remember, Woking averages 0.75 goals per 90 minutes. Here's the match report. We had 19 shots to their 14. We had 13 on target to their 8. Now, one thing you need to keep in mind is that their very first shot on goal, their very first shot on target, their second shot, it was their very first shot on target, they scored. Now, they did have this XG over the course of the game, and pretty soon you're going to see why. We had 8 corners to their 7, really didn't come into play in the game. Pretty even across headers and tackles won. Possession, we outpossessed them by about 25%. Is someone getting fired? I don't know. I need to check and see if I'm getting fired. Blessed. I might be getting fired. The board may not like what they saw. Long shots, not real happy with this because we discourage long shots, and about 33% of our shots were long shots. Actually, though, in my opinion, if it's less than 50%, that's almost like a win for us, because even though you can discourage long shots in the game, you can't stop your players from taking long shots. They will just, you can set it to discourage, balanced, or encourage. It doesn't matter. If you discourage, they will just keep taking long shots. That's what they do. So here you can see we hit the woodwork one time. We had 3 shots blocked, completed about, 30% more passes than they did. Pretty even in the final third, but we doubled them up on progressive passes, so we were moving the ball better than they were. Again, we had about a third more ball share than they did. Cross completed. Offensive passes per defensive action, they allowed us 18. We allowed them 14, and then offside. You can see here, we scored in the 10th minute. We scored in the 12th minute. We scored in the 18th minute. So we were up, before 20 minutes in the game, we were up 3-0. They scored right before halftime to make it 3-1. Again, this was their second shot on goal. This was their second shot on goal. This was their first shot on target, and they scored. You can see the XG on that shot was 0.33. The XG on our shots was 0.47, 0.16, 0.03. I think that's how you read that here. But again, so going into halftime, it's said that they were moving their players more forward. We got a message from our on our tablet from our analysts, I guess. They're moving players forward more. But on 60 minutes, we go up another goal. We're up 4-1. Pretty comfortable. Then, in my opinion, we got FM'd. Now, if you go back and look at the VOD, I would I would accept about 20 to 25% of the fault of this happening. I probably should not have played this game minutes before I had to leave to pick up my daughter from school, because you can hear me in the VOD a couple of times mentioning, I got to get going. I got to get going. So I wasn't totally focused in on the game. But you can see with 25 minutes to go in the game, they unleash a torrent of goals. Now, as I said, and you can see here from our fixtures, we've been playing that trap inside system because we've been getting messages from our analysts. They've been saying the team is doing really well, regaining possession of the ball in central areas of the field in the final third. So you can see in our last, this is 5, 6, 7, 8, our last previous 7 games where we were 6-1, we were playing that system. So our analysts, over the course of these games in here, you can see what our what it's like here. We're like 4 losses in the league. At a 4-0 loss to Tottenham early in the season. But you can see we're not giving up goals. We had, going into this game, let's see, we'd given up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this was the English FA Cup. But anyways, we're keeping clean sheets. We're not giving up goals. We're getting the ball and recovering the ball in the central part of the pitch. And that's why we run that trap inside. So Woking, they start running their flanks strategy. They start running their strategy where they're taking the ball up the flanks, and in 7 minutes, they score 3 goals. My question to FM is, where were they in the previous 65 minutes? Where were they? They were doing nothing. You can see from their shots here, probably, I'd say maybe 8 of these shots. Up until this point, they had like 6 shots. 8 shots were in the last 30 minutes of the game. Because you can see 90 plus 1, they scored again. Which sadly, after we were up 4-1, and in 7 minutes, FM basically gave them 3 goals to tie it up 4-4. On this last run up the right-hand side of the pitch, when we're trying to compress them down into central areas of the pitch so they can't get those crosses in. And we're also have stop crosses as part of our instruction. When this run started from their defensive third, I knew they were going to score. I just knew. We're not winning this game. I mean, I knew basically here when they tied it, we're not winning this game. FM has already decided we are not winning this game. Now, I did make a few mistakes. I should have gone from positive down to balanced. Probably when they scored this goal right here, I should have gone from positive to balanced. I should have slowed down the tempo, which I don't think I did. So there are some mistakes that I made. And again, I'll take that 20 to 25% responsibility for that. And again, I was distracted because I had to go pick up my daughter from school. But for them really to do nothing in the first 65 minutes of the game and then explode with 3 goals, when they averaged less than 1 goal per game, when they did all of this with, and we're going to look at some of these goals, when they did all of this with from the outside, with us trying to stop crosses and us trying to funnel them inside, trap them inside. All of this came from at least these two or three that I remember. They came from outside. So let's go in and you can see we had a really good game. Their attacking midfielder had a bad game. Turner, Birchall. And there was another thing too. We had been prompted a couple of times to mark and put a press on Davies or Davis. And we had accepted that. We had gone into as far as I remember, we had gone into the tactics. We had clicked on opposition instructions and told them to mark. And he was responsible for I think he had the assist on the first goal. Yeah. And I went back in to check to make sure that we had him set up to be marked or pressed, and he wasn't. And the instruction was still up there for me to click on to say, press this guy. And I'm like, I already did that. And apparently the game didn't pick it up. Yeah. Yeah, it's really frustrating. Yeah, they are getting some shots off here. Very little XG until here. And it just explodes. Yeah, this is their first goal of the 41st minute. So they did nothing the first half. Nothing in the first half. They scored here. And then from here, they just explode up to like a 2.60, 2.69. The thing for me is, I've had this happen before a few times. And for me, it's just frustrating because it's so blatantly obvious what the game is doing. Now, I watch streamers, I watch Work the Space, I watch Lolujo, I watch Zealand, and the same thing happens to them. Where you are pretty much picked to win the game. You set up your tactics the way that now those previous games that I showed you where I was 6-1 in the previous 7 games and I was using that tactic. The reason I was using that tactic of funneling inside because we're winning the ball inside, but also because of what the other team was doing. The other teams were like to run the ball up the flanks and get crosses in. So I'm like, well, I'll use that same tactic in this game because that's what Woking does. And they just ran past us. They just ran past us, got the crosses in, got the goals. Let me see if let me go back here. View highlights. I'm not sure. I know I can watch the goals individually. So this is their, is the 95th minute? No, this is our first goal. Matt J scored, 8 minutes in, 9 minutes in. I'm more interested in seeing their goals. Thompson, one of the best goalkeepers in the league. That's our goalkeeper. We keep getting the ball wide to Denzi, and Denzi just knows what to do with it. And then Manser, he scores. So all this is in the first 20 minutes of the game. We're up 3-0. 20 minutes in. Denzi gets the ball again over to Young. This is kind of a nice passing move here. Not that one. Oh, this is a great shot from Young. That is his very first free kick goal that I've seen him score after hitting the woodwork dozens of times. And we, of course, get the ball back because why? Because up until this point, Woking is offering basically nothing. Now we had 6 players there, 7 with Manser. Davies is able to get the ball into the center of the pitch, crossing it basically, even though we're trying to trap him inside. And the Masri just takes the ball in here. So at this point, we're up 4-1. 60 minutes in. So there's 30 minutes left in the game. We're up comfortably 4-1. Now you can see what they're doing here. So we're trying to get him inside. He switches sides over to Davis, who we're supposed to be marking. Now he does run inside a little bit. So this is their first goal on 65 minutes. They do get this. And again, we're trying to stop crosses. Now that is inside also. So now it is 4-3. He's just getting all this pressure on him, all this pressure. Now they run up the flank. We're trapping him inside, trapping him inside, trapping him inside, and they run up the flank and they stop crosses, and we're not. So now it's 4-4. And they're going to do the same thing. Now, keep in mind that they scored on 72 minutes. And then for the next 20 minutes, again, their offense just dries up. And we're trapping them inside. Trap them inside. Golden, get them trapped inside. JJ, come on over. Trap them inside. Nope. We just let them run right up the flank. And we're trying to stop crosses, and we don't stop crosses. So see, for me, first of all, it's so blatantly obvious what the game engine's trying to do. It's a storytelling engine, and it's trying to generate a story of how the second best team in the league loses on a great comeback from a team that basically sucks and can't score a full goal a game over the course of the season. Now I'll be interested to see what Woking does the rest of their season. Because up until now, halfway through the season, they've offered basically nothing. They're 1 point out of the relegation zone. They're going to get relegated. And so, yeah, it's just frustrating. It's just frustrating because, like I said, to me, it's so blatantly obvious what the game engine is doing. Frustrating. So I accept like maybe 20% of that, and the rest of it I put on FM. My team doesn't capitulate. My team doesn't capitulate. My team fights the whole game. So the worst loss we've had this season was against Totten. We lost to MK Dons, who are like one full division above us in the first round of the FA Cup. We lost 3-2. But we don't capitulate. What we do is we score 5 goals and we win the game. We score 4 goals, we win the game. Now, we comfortably beat Scarborough Athletic. And does it show where they are in the league? They are currently 4th. So we comfortably beat Scarborough. Accrington I think was, yeah, they were 19th in the league when we demolished them 5-1. Um, Kidderminster 13th. I mean, yeah, it's frustrating. Now, I do admit I should have gone more defensive, being ahead 4-1 in the 60th minute. Should have slowed down the pace, go more defensive, go more possession maintaining, and I made a few changes, but obviously not enough. But just from the tactic that we had set up, which we had played we've been playing very successfully through since November. To go with that and just to see what they did with it, how they were just basically able to run riot over us. Yeah. Yeah, it's just frustrating. And of course, your players uh your players get injured. Finn Welch. We had to move Matt J into central attacking midfield. I mean, this guy came out of nowhere and got a hat trick. Just like, what? Nothing. Nothing until the 65th minute. And they just take over the game. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Anyways, yeah, very frustrating. We got 1.68K. I guess we're just not made for the cups because we got knocked out in the very first round of the FA Cup that we were in. But let's see what the board thinks of it. They're disappointed about the 4-5 English FA Trophy third round. So they're disappointed that we are out of the cups, but they're very happy. Unbelievable job. They couldn't be happier with what we're doing. I think I think the board and the supporters have also heard the phrase, we got FM'd. I think they're familiar with that. So this was the day of the game. Our next game isn't for a week. We're playing Boreham Wood. Now, unfortunately, there is I hope this really doesn't affect the morale of the team that much because there is talk of a takeover. There is talk of a supporters group taking over the team, which I'm not really convinced about. And then there's also this game and losing this game the way that we did, capitulating basically when you can see from historically from our fixtures this year, we haven't been a team that capitulates. So, so we're going to do our regular thing here. We're going to rest the players one day here, and then we're going to go back into this. So let's do that. Yeah, let's see what the key findings are. Okay, it's Sunday. We're going to rest our players for a day. I don't need to rest Max. I'm not going to rest. From now on, I'm not going to rest the goalkeepers. Who is Sam Durbridge? He is. I don't know who he is. He's a free agent. Is he in on a trial or something? And then I don't know why. Oh, I know why. I don't see the rest of my players down here. Liam Sutton, Sam Durbridge, Finn Welch is injured. Of course, Finn Welch gets injured like a few days before this match. He's out 3 to 5 weeks with a broken toe or something. That's very discouraging. Charlie Robinson. Okay, so I think that's all we need to rest. And see what so this is our team, and our average rating way higher than Woking's average rating. They just came out of nowhere. Came out of nowhere. To win that game. Let's see what the key findings were. 3 of the 5 goals we conceded have been scored from positions close to the penalty spot. We've scored from 1 of 7 shots attempted from outside the penalty area. We conceded 5 of 10 shot attempts from inside our penalty area. We've regained possession well in central areas of our own third of the pitch. That's why we're playing that trap inside defensive action. We've scored from 3 of 12 shots attempted from inside the penalty area. I'm just going to write that one off. Skubala unhappy with Barrett's loan agreement. Barnsley head coach Mike Skubala has asked us to hold a conversation with you to discuss the lack of first-team soccer for Connor Barrett. Oh, dear. See you later. You can recall him if you want. Because, again, we're not playing him that much, obviously. Wormwood scouting report. I mean, I'm actually going through the scouting reports and I'm looking at these things. I think the Woking one was like they created one clear-cut chance. Like they create one clear-cut chance like every 130 minutes, something like that. And in the game against us, they had like 4 clear-cut chances. I don't know if I'm ever going to get over that. My team scored 3 goals in 15 minutes. Why change anything? Just keep scoring more on them is my thought. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's just, I don't get it. Okay, Boreham Wood. So I go through here and I look for our players' names because they're telling me here that heading, this Boreham Wood squad tend to be lacking good heading. Strickland's heading ability may help to exploit this. Okay, now we're gonna have Michael Strickland in the team then for this game. Strickland's aerial ability. They're talking about it again over here. Yeah, I'm just gonna forget that game and get back on the boil. And then here, they like to play through the press, work the ball in the box, less time wasting. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go with we're gonna try to trap them outside. Now they lack good jumping. Defensive near post set pieces first contact. They win a low proportion of first contacts from set pieces in their own box at the near post. So we should probably go with a near post tactic. Not enough headers in the squad. Oh, leaders. Leaders. They're not good at heading. So let's go to a tactic. And we're going to go. Let's see if we can go with trap outside for now. Maybe a balanced trapping strategy. Defends wide and central areas evenly. I think we want to try to break up. We want to go through the middle. Check on that too. We're going to play through the press. We're going to discourage long shots. Create good chances from set pieces, averaging an XA of 0.08 from 8.8 set pieces per game, which is sixth best across the division. Acceleration, they know how to take a penalty kick. Creativity. 11 of total of 36 assists have come from inside the penalty area. Effective from through balls, as 11 of total of 36 assists in the last 20 matches have come in that manner, through balls. Good handling, dribbling, crossing. But they're not good at heading. So we probably want to encourage them to, well, we'll see how this goes. We want to encourage them to cross the ball. We want to do that. Let's go balanced on this, because I think it said that they're, there was a number of good crossers, but they're not good at heading. Not enough leaders, defensive near post, set piece, first contact. Let's see. So we're going to go back to, let's go back to, we're going to try to stop their crossing. Do 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 do. You want to trap them outside, I think, but they're good at crossing. So let's trap them inside because we're good at getting the ball back inside. Let's see, set pieces. Do we have a near corners? Attacking. Where do we have our guy set up? Near post? Isn't that what it said? In the box, attack the far post, attack the near post. And lurk at near post, mark the keeper. That's the one we're going to use. I'm not going to rename it right now. I'll just change it. And again, Jordan Young is our best taker. Right footer. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's keep that. Save all routines. Let's just load all routines. Okay, I don't want to mess with this right now. Something I need to do off camera. What was their thing again? Luke Norris. Good range set pieces averaging, which is sixth best. Finishing through balls. When a low percentage of first contacts are set piece in your own box in your post, only managing 8% of first contacts there. Goalkeepers and squad lack reflexes overall. They want to play a high press. We probably, what should we do? Prevent short goalkeeper distribution. Higher defensive line. Let's play in behind him then, I guess. We'll do balanced. Let's distribute the ball to the playmaker. Let's go with low crosses. Let's go with play for set pieces since they're not very good at heading. We might go to a bypass press here. They're going to try to prevent short goalkeeper distribution. So we're going to go with a long. We'll go with a long one, kick it out to our playmaker. Let's work the ball into the box. And we're going to go with we're still going to go with our high press. We're going to go with a mid block because they like to go with a high press. Try to pass it into feet. Okay, let's go. I'm trying to get offers from other clubs for a job. Should be a vice captain. Yeah, change it. Add him to a mentoring group. Okay. Recruitment focus update, Harrogate job offer. So basically right now, like I was saying, because of there's a embargo, there's a possible takeover of the team by the supporters group. And so there's a transfer embargo right now. We can't do any transfers. New head coach. Press reader acceptable for interviews have identified top candidate, Harrogate. They're in Skybit League 2. Wow. Below average training grounds. Their capacity is like less than ours. And they're 22nd. They're in the drop zone. Oh, not quite. But they're only 1 point out of the drop zone. Yeah, I don't think so. Let's try this. Potential issue with O'Connell. Discuss issue with O'Connell. We'll set you back to where you were. Because our GM and assistant managers trying to stir up trouble. They're trying to create a story. They're trying to create a story. We heard that you're in. We'd like to ask you a question. Why did you decline Harrogate's invitation to interview for the big head coach's post? For the same reason, Megan, that I'm going to decline your invitation to answer that question. Okay? It's the same type of thing. Figure it out. Promise to improve the club's first team coaching staff. I tell you what, both my midfielders, my defensive midfielders, I am improving the club's first team coaching staff by sending my coaches regularly on coaching courses. Community Stay hosts memorable match. Player of the week, Jack Cook. Middlesbrough job offer. Another job offer. Middlesbrough. Where's Middlesbrough? Oh, this is a women's team. Interesting. They are in WSL2, and they are in the drop zone. If there is such a thing, or they just go out of the league. I'm going to decline that interview. Wait till I get called by a Premier League team. Then I might go up. Like Rosignor. Go from managing Strasbourg in Ligue 1 to managing Chelsea in the Premier League. He's too old for the under 18s. He's 20 years old. Why do you say he's too old? Let's see. Has benefited individual out of possession. Okay. Has benefited. Okay. Sonny Low Everton. He's taken a hit over the last 6 months, whereas he wants a leading Enterprise National. He's probably a good Enterprise National. Could become better than Denzi. Could become much better than Jordan Young. That would be super. Excellent form, deserves recognition. Of course. Form deserves recognition. Menzie, form deserves recognition. Defensive. I think we're all done here. Get out of my office. If you can't accept a little positive praise, then why would he be a fringe player? He's a poacher. He's a 3-star poacher. I'm gonna move him to we'll move him to our squad. It's fine. So I guess a transfer embargo, does that mean like I can't initiate any transfers and I can't like accept offers from other teams? Why did you decline? The same reason I'm declining your question. Maybe you'll stop calling me at some point and asking me questions when I'm busy. Okay. So we have to kick Lewis Richardson. He's not in the starting 11. He is first touch is awful. We definitely want his stamina is only 1 to 3. So we definitely want to press him. Okay, you are 6 foot, pretty strong. pretty strong. Strong-ish. Not very strong at all. I'm going to tackle you. Why did it just do that? I don't know. Let's see, weaker foot. Where are we over here? Did I miss an ad thing? I don't think I did. Tom, you are strong-ish. Aaron, strong-ish. You're attacking midfielder, 7 to 9, 5'10". We're going to tackle you. Weaker foot, you. Connor, not strong at all. Tackle you. Put you on your weaker foot. Abdul, strength and height. Let's see, Finlay. We're going to mark you. Should we tackle you? No, we're not going to tackle you. So Luke Norris is the top goal scorer, but he's not in the starting 11, as far as we can tell. Lewis Richardson is the most assists. Most dribbles, Lewis Richardson. They're not in the starting 11 either. Okay. I've noticed that some of our mentoring groups are no longer working as well as they could do because they lack enough players. Please take a moment to review and adjust as necessary. How about you do your job, which I've asked you to do repeatedly regarding the mentoring groups, and fill the groups in with players? Thank you, Mike, my Continental Pro License assistant manager. He's got a Continental Pro license. But he keeps coming into my office and saying, "Did you tell me to work on the mentoring groups? I don't recall." Yeah, I've told you last week. I told you the week before that, Mike. I told you the week before that. Oh. Okay, I'll do that, Coach. Sheesh. Match prep Bournemouth. We're going to work on progression and mid-block. I think that's what we have set up, right? I think we want to start by bypassing the press. We're doing mid-block. And we want to bypass the... No, we're going to do balanced progression. Progress through the middle. Okay, let's see how this goes. Team selection advice. Boreham Wood is what? They are 7th. So yeah, we want to... Oh, Phil Parkinson is their head coach. We want to play our best, strongest team. So we can play Barrett. We can play Barrett for play you up here. Play you up here. You are our midfield playmaker. Play JJ over here. Dylan, you want to be an inside winger. You're going to be our advanced playmaker. Oh, we got 2 playmakers, so we're going to have Jay be the channel midfielder. And then Younger going to be our inside forward. And our wingbacks. Barrett, you want to play a no-nonsense center back. That's fine. Strickland, you're no-nonsense center back. We got our ball-playing goalkeeper. And then who do we have on the bench? Sonny Go Fish. Low Everton Golden. Oh, got 5. We're back to 7 now. 7 substitutes. I'd like to try Omerod. Kind of. I think he can only play striker, though. No, he can play up front. He can play second striker. I kind of want to play him. Maybe for, who can he come in for? Maybe Hayfield? Who would, Low Everton can play there. Omerud can play there or there. I do want to play Sonny, though. Let's get Omerud. Let's get Omerud maybe on playing for the under 18s until he's match fit. He's wanted by who? Chester. Chester want to loan him. See, why is this? Okay, Dunn, Abbott, Crane, Roberts, Sanders, Powers, Dashfield, Sutton. Like, I'm trying to wonder where the rest of my team has gone to. Hugo? Yeah, Hugo's on the senior squad. Filling? On the senior squad. I don't know why. How did they get moved down? I don't recall doing that. I don't get that. I did not do that. I did not move them to the under 18. What I did do was I said make them available. I did say, like we just did with Omerode, make them available until they're match fit. But I didn't say move them to the under 18s. How did they get moved down to the under 18s? That's just weird. I'll put you on the senior squad, James. These guys are all on the senior squad. How did they get moved down to under 18s? I don't get it. Bradshaw, I don't get this. I don't get this at all. I think Thomas is too old. Yeah, he's 25. He's too old for the under 18s. Oh, brother. It's weird. Yeah, when I'm making my selections for my bench, I usually have all this here. And they're not there. Where are they? Well, somehow the game moved them all to my under 18s. That's why there was only like one pick extra available. That's just strange. It's just strange. I don't know. Computers. Let's see. Yeah, I kind of want to have Danny up here, but he's not match fit. So, Joe, we're going to make you available. We're going to make you available. We're not going to move you to the under 18 squad. We're going to make you available until you're match fit. Okay? And the same with you, Pilling. We're going to make you available until you're match fit. Okay? And then Dyer. What do we want to do with Dyer? Dyer's just kind of, he's been on the outside looking in. We'll make him available to the under 18s until he's match fit. Dyer, we're going to make you available to the under 18s till you're match fit. Same with you, Bradshaw. I had a feeling I was Thomas. Loan listed? Yeah, loan listed, transfer listed. Okay. Now, okay, he can play in central midfield. So he would play there, I think, ahead of Worthington. So what do I do? Should I maybe get Dyer some play time? I haven't played Dyer in a while. And he is a fringe player. Bradshaw. Let's get them up a little bit. Gotta try to get some of these guys in the game. Maybe start Low Everton as channel midfielder to get him some play time. But I mean, we are going against the number 2 team in the league. Let's go with this. There's going to be a game tomorrow, right there. Tactical advice. Change everything. Rethink everything. They don't play direct. Are you sure they don't play direct? Let's see. Boreham Wood. Can't go back. You have to go forward to go back. Can't click on Boreham Wood here. Okay, here we go, Boreham Wood. This is where is my thing? Opposition report. Okay. They play through the press. They don't play direct. Okay. So what are you telling me here then, Mike? Here you're telling me we should push up with a much higher defensive line. Now let's see what that just did to our tactic. It says that we pushed up with a lower defensive line. Right? Isn't that what it just said? The team will play with a defensive line height, which is considered typical of a team on your current mentality level. See, that's why I wish. If it was me, I would put in here, and I don't know if they'll ever do this. I would put in here the name of the instruction. Opposition lack work rate. Is that true? Is that true? Opposition report. It doesn't say they lack work rate. It says they have natural fitness. Jumping reach one-on-ones. So I've seen in here where it's told me to play Worthington because Worthington has a high work rate, and that's not in here. So I've seen where it says one of their weaknesses is they don't work very hard. But that's not, but you're telling me that they do work hard. That's why I don't take this. Down the left side, we're strong on the flanks. So this is what SI needs to do. They need to replace these two words, this instruction, with the words, I believe, and then put the name of the instruction in here. It says we're strong on the flanks. Put the name of the instruction in there, which is progress through both flanks. Progress through both flanks. Put the name of the instruction in there. The information. This is your assistant manager who's got a Continental Pro license. He's coming to you and saying, I think this instruction would really work. What instruction? This instruction. Okay, well, but it doesn't tell what instruction, Mike. This one. The one that I'm giving to you. Mike, get out of my office. Get out. Get. Oh man, it's so frustrating. It's not, people talk about this game as like, nah, it's not finished, blah, 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 blah. It's not even like 10% finished. They've got the 10, 20, 25% finished. They've got the shell of a game. Now, for me, you're getting tactical advice from your assistant manager who has a Continental Pro license. And he just says, this instruction. I believe this instruction would allow us to open up the pitch, cause the opposition problems down the flanks. What instruction? What instruction? I believe us playing. I believe us playing in the way that we are used to playing is going to help cause problems for the other team. But I can't. I say that every time I look at that report. I think I just gotta skip looking at what my assistant manager is saying, even though he has a Continental Pro license and I do not. He's going to hang that over my head, of course. He's going to say, you got to take my advice because, I got a Continental Pro license. You got to listen to me. Now, see there, last time, like half my team was above 8, I believe, before we lost to Woking. And so I think they've just kind of gotten a little bit discouraged from that loss. Jordan, you're pretty good. Michael, I think the last time I praised you, you were pretty good with it. Oh, no. Okay, so that's the last time that we're going to talk to anybody. We're not going to talk to Redmond and say you're doing really great, Redmond, because you don't want to talk to me about it. All right. Yeah, see, our morale has dropped since that loss. Most of them were like pointing at like 1 o'clock or higher, and our morale took a hit with that loss. Okay, we're playing away. I want to play positively because that's how we play. We play positive. We play pressing. They expect us to draw the next match. Finley Crane turns professional. Crane stars for victorious Torquay under 18s. Glad to hear it. Okay, we got a game coming up. On our bench, we have Worthington. We have Evans on the bench. Sonny Go Fish as a replacement striker for Tabor. You got Low Everton, O'Connell in midfield, Worthington in midfield. O'Connell can also play, I believe, defensive back. Yeah, if we need him. Or he can play up here in Manser's position. We have Golden, who can play on either side, and Sam Dreyer can play in central defense. We have on the pitch, we have Thompson as our ball-playing goalkeeper. On the wings, we have Maswi and Denzi. In central defense, we have Barrett and Strickland. JJ is anchoring our midfield with Manser as our midfield playmaker. On the wings, we've got Freeman Morgan and Jordan Young. Running up the channels in the central attacking midfield is Jay, and then playing as our striker is Tabor. And that is our team. And you can see our team is pretty much everybody's got really good games going on lately, except for the last one. So we'll see what happens. Teams are warming up. Ads are going to start in 7 minutes. Hopefully I can get this game done, huh? Finley Cork, always mark him tightly. So we're going to click on do it. And then we're going to go in after the match starts and we're going to check and see if that instruction was applied, because it's kind of hit and miss. It seems like sometimes it is applied and sometimes it isn't applied. And that's probably something I should have done. Let's see if there's no tactics thing up here, so I can't change the tactics at this point. We've been on a good run. They're like, no, we haven't. We lost the last game when we were ahead by 3 goals with 25 minutes left, coach. Yeah, I know. I know. It's okay. Make me proud. Okay, so it says that we've done it. Let's see if we've done it. It says we've applied all of the instructions, including weaker foot, marking him tightly at all times. Okay. They've got one shot on target. We have no shots on target. Looks like they've got the match momentum. We're getting some match momentum back. Mosby gets the ball back, gives it to Manser. Denzi brings it back to Young. Back to Manser. Manser gives up the ball. Lewis within inches of scoring. And they get a little XG there. What's their XG? What's this? 0.18 to 0.02. I'm not exactly sure what. Oh, they were on 0.18 and that added 0.02 to it? Is that what that means? Oh, we're on 0.18. And they're on 0.02. Okay. Maybe that's what that means. Oh, we're on 0.02. Oh no. Oh no. Let's encourage. Ah. I'd love to have a heat map. We're on 20 minutes with one shot on goal. Try to play through the press, up the middle, past the feet, get the ball to our playmaker. We're going to do long goal kicks because they're going to try to press us and limit the distribution of our goalkeeper. Let's go to our fullbacks, but try to go up the middle. Do we want to play for set pieces or keep the ball in play? Trigger press. Even gets more shots on goal. One shot so far, none on target. "30 minutes in, we have one shot. So let's go shoot on sight, basically. Let's try hitting early crosses. Just to try to get some action going on here. Look at this. We average 18 shots a game. And we haven't changed anything. That's the thing. We haven't really changed anything. Okay, Denzi's on an injury. What's wrong with Denzi? I didn't see anything up here. Tabor's dropping deep. And that'll be a corner. Let's see if we get a corner highlight. Nope. So our XG is going up. Our corners are the same. One long shot out of what? 3 shots? 4 shots? 2 corners. We've won 9 headers. We've got even ball share. So even though it shows over here, possession, I believe what this means is time of possession. But this actually means, I think, ball at our feet. I think. We've got more progressive passes. They're getting final third passes in. They're only allowing us 10 passes before they complete a defensive action. So let's see if we can fix that. I'm going to pass the feet. Let's go a little bit more direct. Play balanced on both of these. More direct. Build-up strategy be balanced. Pass reception to be balanced. Progress through. Let's try to go through the flanks because we're giving the ball to our fullbacks. We're going to go with a balanced goal kicks. Let's try balanced crossing style. And try to press them. We go attacking maybe for the last couple of minutes. Got a corner. 0-0. So with that, we did have some momentum. We split the momentum, but in the half we had more momentum. Now this is what I would like to see. I would like to see the availability. I would like to see the availability of all those instructions. So basically, we get an opposition report. That report that I was going through, pros and cons, or strengths and weaknesses of the other team, blah blah blah. That whole report. I want to be able to see that whole report throughout the whole game. I want to be able to stop and look at my report, look at my tablet, the multiple tablets that are on the sidelines there. I want to be able to look at those and go, okay, remember, they score most of their goals in the first 15 minutes of a half. And now I'm just saying this because that's part of that report. And then we can go attacking in the last 15 minutes of the half because that's when they give up the most goals. Something along those lines. There is that information in that report. But I don't have that report. I don't have, at least I don't think I do. I've got match stats, but I don't have the instructions. I don't have the instructions. Tactics. I don't have the opposition report. I want access to the opposition report when I'm playing the game. Got instructions here. Aaron Henry is 10 strength. He's 5'10". Let's go on his weaker foot. Let's go tackling normal. Let's go, let's not trigger a press. Luke Norris is not on the pitch yet, but when he comes on, if he comes on, we want to show him on his weaker foot. We're going to tackle him normally. What's his position? He's a striker, so we're not going to tackle him. I don't like tackling the striker. Lewis Richardson. Lewis Richardson's not playing. He's not in the team. So this is really important, I think, to check this like every 10 minutes. But I want to have access to that opposition report. So you got to get Denzi off. Let's see. Golden can come on for Denzi. I want to have access to that opposition report. So I can see, yeah, this is what's going on. This is what our analyst staff told us. I'm not happy with your performance. I'm not. Yeah, I mean, nobody's playing well. I got possession. Ball share is 50-50. We're getting more passes in the final third. We've got 8 shots. 4 are long shots. You know what I would do if I was a coach? I'd be saying, if I see any of you, oh, I did change this. Let's discourage long shots. Let's hit early crosses. No. Let's work the ball in the box. Pass reception at feet. Pass reception into space because we've got more direct here. Build up strategy. Let's bypass the press. We're just not generating anything. Let's work the ball into the flanks and go up and down both flanks. They said left, right? Let's try what he said. He said left flank. And we have the ball here, but nothing came of it. So who's marking Cork? Hmm. Barrett, are you a good? Oh, we're on 68 minutes. Okay. We finally have Barrett, 7.05. Yeah, we're going to bring Sonny on for Tabor. You're going to play as a poacher. That's your gig. Because Tabor's just having a stinky game. Who else is not playing well? Young's not playing well. Nobody is playing well. So Young, who's going to come on for you? Then we put you over here. We're going to put Low Everton on here. Low Everton's going to be our channel midfielder. Let's see. Jay, you're going to come over this way. Low Everton, you can come down here. Who else? Freshen up the attacking part of the pitch. Oh, and we want to assign our best marker 11 and 11, or he is 11 and 9 aggression. He's 11 and 14 aggression. So let's put you on. You're going to mark. Nope, you're going to mark Cork. And you're going to mark him. You're going to tackle him standard. You're going to mark him tighter. And then also play inside wing. Okay, you're playing inside wing over there. And outlet center forward. We're going to have you guys be tracking back. Need you guys to track back. And you guys will be just regular fullbacks. Ooh, hit the post. I'm going down without a fight. We go attacking. Go attacking. We're catching up on shots. They are, we're going to go back to positive. Do 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 do. Barrett's having a good game. Strickland is having an okay game. Golden. Jay not having a great game. Barrett. Can't really do anything with you. Strickland, they recommend keeping you on the pitch. Who's tired? No one is super tired. Connell. You could come into midfield. But we're not having terrible games in midfield. Maybe just some fresh legs. But JJ is really good in midfield. I think we're just going to wait and see if somebody has an issue. We switched it back to positive. We score this with 8 minutes to go. This was, oh, hit the post again. That's twice we hit the woodwork in the last 10 minutes. Oh man. It's really kind of swung to our favor as far as shots. That's it. Draw. Can't score. Of course they are with the number 7 team. And Parkinson is a good coach. Not as good as me, but he's good. Oh well, you know. All right, key stats. Yeah, clear cut chances, pretty even. The game FM again decides that it's going to be an even match. Yellow cards, red cards, possession. See what I was saying earlier, I don't think I finished my thought, is that I wonder if that game where we give up 3 goals in 7 minutes and then lose in the last minute of the game, basically, if that's like showing a turning point in the season. We're second in the league, and FM's just like, nope, you're gonna start to drop off now. You're gonna finish mid-table like we said you were gonna finish at the beginning of the season. After being promoted last year, we hit the woodwork twice, not once, I think. Yeah, really even. We're offside 6 times. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Do I have a? I'm gonna take a quick break. I missed the last ad break, so I'm gonna take a quick break. And I did change. This is the new when I'm going on break for ads screen right here. Toss me a follow, comments and suggestions. Ads are running, so I'm taking a break. Be back in about 3 minutes. So that is something new that I've done. Just to kind of pop it a little bit, give people more of a, more of a look at this. Message me. Message me on Gmail. Message me on X. Message me on YouTube. Watch my videos and leave messages. Comment. I should put like, comment, and subscribe at these locations. Yeah, let's look at this real quick before we go. Again, even. First half was even. Second half, pretty even. XG was pretty even. Could really get nothing going. What I wanted to see was that one graphic that I was saying in the opposition, something that our analysis team they come up with, and they tell you that the other team, this is when they score goals and this is when they give up goals. And you can kind of look at that and say, well, you got to be more defensive in the first 15 minutes. We should be more offensive in the last 15 minutes. Those types of things. There's windows of time over the course of the season where there's just tendencies. And so, yeah. So we drop points there. It's like Rochdale. They drew against Borehamwood. No, we just drew against Borehamwood. Oh, doesn't include this week's game. I thought this was the left to right one. Left to right. Or right to left. So Borehamwood. Yeah, this doesn't include this game because we just played Borehamwood. Okay, well, let's see. Let's address the team. We can look at this later if we want to. We're topping a lot of chances. See if it brings up this game. Yeah, we drew against Borehamwood. No. So we are 6 points ahead of Rochdale. We're only 1 point, but they have a game in hand on us. So let's see what Carlisle's next game is. Who's got a bruised foot? Denzi. Oh yeah, he hurt himself. He's going to be out for 1 to 3 days. Our next game is in a week against Tamworth, and then we start getting the congestion again. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break. And let me put my ads game up here because I'm going to be playing some ads. And we're going to run a 3-minute ad right now. So we'll see you in a little bit. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm back. Thanks for watching, everybody, and waiting for me and letting me take a break. We still got 23 seconds left on the ads. So I don't even know if you guys can hear me or not. Might wait here a couple of minutes or a couple of seconds. I have the last couple of these roof waffles. Okay, so we added an hour and 36 minutes onto what would normally be our next ad starting time. By taking that 3-minute ad right now, I'm gonna have a couple of stroop waffles and some coffee. So Borehamwood Wood was 7th. Does this update in real time? Looks like it might. So this doesn't mean that they were 6th when we played them. It means that they're 6th now, they're 13th now. I'd rather that this kept their league position when we played them rather than updating it, because I don't need to know what they are now. I mean, if I want to find out, I can click on them. But I'd rather have it say Scarborough Athletic was in 4th. I think they were in 4th when we played them. So we're playing against Tamworth. I'm going to give my guys off here. We're going to keep our goalkeepers. This is our basic, what we do. You can only do one team bonding a week. Moors are in 9th. Morecambe's in 12th. So again, I think here we do like do set piece routines, and then we do a rest the day before a match. So basically, we play against Tamworth. 3 days later, we play against. So it's going to be my players do this, and then my starters from this game rest here. So again, my whole team does this. My starters do this. And then we got to plan some stuff in here. Since we did not, we need to do chance creation and chance conversion again, because we did not convert any of our chances. in that last game. We'll do defending, attacking, chance creation, chance conversion, defending, disengaged. Let's do defending shadow, because they say they want to do more of that. They want to do more defensive. We're going to do attacking shadow also. I wish you could just drag and drop these like you were able to do in 24. It's here. I mean, why would you do an outfield or an overall the day before a match? So Tamworth. Do we have any information yet on Tamworth? Go with Golden. Denzi can come in on the bench. Injured. Denzi, you're going to go to general rehab. I need to go in, I guess, and check everybody out again. Tabor, you are doing ball control. Okay. You are doing. Okay. You're doing ball control, agility and balance, defensive positioning. You have none. No focus? How about concentration? How about jumping reach? Dribbling, finishing, touch, heading. 11. How about strength and jumping reach? Those are both going up. Endurance, stamina, and work rate. How about marking, positioning, and decisions? Let's do that one. Sunny go fish shooting. Goalkeeper tactical. Agility and balance. I just want to make sure everybody's got like additional foci. How about composure? Composure 11, concentration. Can be inaccurate when crossing the ball. Fairly inconsistent performer. How about if we work on consistency? Is there consistency? It'll probably be concentration, right? An event by event basis. But there's nothing here I see that deals with concentration. It's just so hard in this game, just going through all this stuff. Can't you open SI? Come on. Come on. Why do you have to make the game so hard for people? Can't you just expand this menu to go free kick taking and next to it put a dash and then put free kick taking technique dash corners technique penalty taking dash penalty taking technique. I mean, come on. It's like it's like you're hunting for stuff in the menu, how to do stuff. So let's do crossing because it says he can be inaccurate when crossing. Ba da dee da do 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 do. What does he need work on? Aggression? He needs to be more aggressive? Aggressive? How about his bravery's on 10. Maybe if he was stronger, he would be more aggressive. We'll just do defensive positioning. How about decisions? Agility and balance. Okay, I will go with that. Shooting, agility and balance, final third, long throws. Final third, none. Jordan Thomas. Okay. Daniel Hayfield, final third. O'Connell, ball control. Tommy, endurance. Bradshaw. Okay. I think we're good. Let's go to Sunday. Yeovil's unbeaten run of matches. Unbeaten thing. Key findings. We disappointingly converted none of our 20 touches into goals in the opposition's penalty area. I would be disappointed, yes. We've impressively restricted the opposition to no goals at all from 16 touches in our penalty area. We've scored none of our 9-shot attempted from outside the penalty area. We scored none of our 7 shots attempted from inside the penalty area. We've conceded none of the 8 shots attempted. So basically you're saying the score was 0-0. Let's go to our tactic here. Opposition instructions. Let's go to apply all advice. All of it. Always trigger a press, weaker foot. Oh, I know what I wanted to do, and I might not have done it in the last one. I think this is one of our instructions anyways, where we short goalkeeper distribution. Yes. Instruction 4 is to press the opposition defense to prevent the goalkeeper restarting play from the back. This should force the goalkeeper to play long or take big risks to distribute short. That we combine that with our instruction to always trigger a press on the goalkeeper and always get him to try to play on his weaker foot because he's not very strong. Let's see. You are, yeah. Well, I don't want to tackle you, Ben. Corbin, not very strong. tackle you. Tyler, not very strong. I'm going to tackle you. Eight, 6, 1, not very strong. Let's tackle you. Show you on your weaker foot. Not very strong. Tackle you. Show you onto your weaker foot. Their back four are 5'11", 6'2", 5'9", and 5'5". We are going to tackle. Now, heading is 8, jumping reach 11. So I think we could probably go into, well, these guys are not. Marley Nell, or Marley Neal, is not very strong and not very, not tall at all. So I think we should probably go in with floated crosses. Heading is 12, jumping reach is 15. But if we can get heading 9, jumping reach 11, I think we can do floated crosses in this game. Well, let's work the ball into the box. Let's hit early crosses. Let's play for set pieces. Let's pass into space. We're going to go up the flanks. We are going to do more direct. Build up strategy. We're going to try to play through the press. Goal kicks can be mixed. We want to get the ball to our flanks. Let's give them to our fullbacks. Balanced runs. We're going to do our high press. Defensive line, we can drop back a little lower. Okay, did I rest my squad yet? I did not. Let's rest my squad. Anybody else need a rest? You don't need a rest. Denzi, we're going to rest you. Okay. So we got you guys rested for tomorrow. We got physical and goalkeeping. And you'll be back next week on Tuesday. I think I'm going to play one more game and then I might jump over to Foundry and just start up a new stream. Regular news roundup, coaching advice. They're always telling me this. Suitable indirect free kick takers. Best available option free kick duties. Finn Welch, yeah. But he is... He's only a 9. No tooltip. Yeah, whatever. Okay, let's go observations now. Gallagher unhappy with Evans' loan agreement. Evans during his loan spell. Talk to me about it. I really think he's playing as often as he should. Okay, then I'll try to play him more often. Goodbye. Recruitment. Wait before offering. There's the transfer list. I might need him if they recall that loan. James Dunn. No. Oh, he's upset. Oh, he's upset. Discuss issue. Can you try to resolve the issue, Sam? Did you resolve it? No. Can you try to resolve the issue, Jay? Okay. No. Unable to resolve. Okay, well, let me talk to him then. Discuss issue. I'll change your proposed thing. The same with you, Sonny. It's just my GM trying to stir the pot. But I got to try. I got to try because sometimes it works. Even though sometimes it doesn't. Finn Welch, he's 2 players injured. 12 days to 4 weeks. Tommy Pilling. Jordan Thomas injured. 1 to 3 days. Yeah, these guys are probably going to wind up leaving. They're going to say, we want out. You haven't. We'll find out from JJ next week. So what I've been doing is I've been improving first team coaching staff by getting people onto studying for badges like I'm doing right now. I'm studying for my Continental A. And that I've probably sent almost every coach on at least one coaching course, and they're just still not happy with it. I guess the game should consider that as an attempt to better the staff, but I don't think it does, which I don't know why it wouldn't, because the staff is getting better. Tyler Adams might go to I saw news in here about Tyler Adams potentially going to Saudi Arabia. Well, development advice. Scouting update, Tamworth opposition report. Let's see. So this is what I'm talking about. This is the opposition report. I want access to this during the match. So you can see here, they tend to score more goals. They don't score at all in the 61st to 75th minute. They haven't scored a goal. So, but they tend to score goals in the first half. So we want to play a little more defensively in the first half. And they give up, interestingly enough, in the 61st to 75th minute is when they give up the most goals. And then between the 16th and the 45th minute, they give up 9 goals. Here they give up. I want access to this, though, during the match so I can refer back to it. So JJ, they say JJ should be playing. Golden's work ethic may help to exploit this. Strickland. So they want Young playing on the wing. So they want Golden, JJ, Strickland, and Young. Golden, JJ, Golden, Strickland, and Young. So I think what we're going to do though is we're going to make, we're going to have J track back. We're going to have Young be our outlet. We're going to have J track back. Tracking winger, central midfielder. Counterattack, counterattack. We're going to have you counterattack also. Have him play a sweeper keeper. He likes to come out. He's a ball handling keeper. He likes to do that. I'm going to play you back here. You can be a deep line playmaker. Play more defensively. Hunter report improved a lot over the last 2 months. Technique anticipation. His intensity is decreased. Focus, Tamworth, build up, high press. All right, so let's go into instructions. Make sure we have high press on. We do. And we're going to do build up strategy. It's going to be play through. Be balanced. Let's play through. They're what? Tamworth is 23rd. They're in the drop zone. They're 23rd, so we should probably do a little bit. Can we do a little bit of start Evans? What's his name was crying about it. These guys are on medium and light. What if we bring Bradshaw on? Bradshaw cannot play on the right side. Hayfield? What if we bring what are they going to say about Denzi though? Current injuries. Denzi, your fitness is excellent. You just had a bruised foot. Okay, so you're okay now. Then let's put you. Do we want to play you? Leave Golden on the bench. Sonny, hello Everton. Guys are all. Bradshaw. Eventually, they're going to start complaining that Bradshaw. Um, we'll give Mosby a rest. Hayfield. Put Hayfield on the bench. He's still not match fit. He's not match fit. He's not match fit. Well, I guess match fit, far in condition goes, but not match sharpness. That's what I'm trying to get, is their sharpness up. So I'm not sure if that's how you do it, by playing them in matches. It seems like it would be that way. Let's go forward. We're favorites for the Tamworth Clash. Change everything. Change everything. Oh, brother, this is kind of tedious part of the game here, where they really encourage you to praise your players, but then on the other hand, it's just, you got to go through the same thing for every single player. You can't like select all of them and do it all at one time. Let's see if Young will take some positive. He's agreeable. Max, are you going to take some positive reinforcement there? He's agreeable. Sonny, are you going to take some? He probably won't, but Sonny might. He's encouraged. Good. Okay, now do I have Sonny in the team? I have Sonny on the bench. Okay. How about if we start Sonny? He's on a 707. Let's start Sonny. I want to get him back in his into form. Matten suffers a virus. National Boxing Day preview. It's December 26th. Expectations. They expect us to win this match. Denzi's okay. We're at home against Tamworth. Okay, on our bench, we've got Thompson for goal. We're going to start Evans because his coach at his home team has been complaining that he's not playing enough, so we're going to play him. We got Tabor, Low Everton, O'Connor, Hayfield, and bring it up here, Golden, and Barrett on the bench. Let's see. That's all right. Okay, we got Evans, like I said, in goal. Evans is not a ball-playing goalkeeper, though. He is a no-nonsense goalkeeper. Change that. We don't want him doing any nonsense. We got Bradshaw and Denzi on the wings. Ice Cream and Strickland in the back. I feel like Ice Cream has dropped off. I thought he was like 3.5 stars. JJ and Manser in defensive midfield. And then we got Freeman Morgan, Jay and Young across attacking midfield with Sonny leading the line. And we've got very good average ratings for all of our players over the last 5 games. So let's look one more time at opposition instructions, see if there's anything to add. Always trigger a press when the ball is played to Colin Wood. We will do that. And Colin he's got very little strength. So we're also going to trigger a tackle on him and show him onto his weaker foot. Yep, okay. At opposition, instruction for Marley Neal, never press. Okay, we're never going to press him then. We're going to defenders make a difference. Midfielders make a difference. Attackers make a difference. So Marley Neal. Never trigger a press, okay. Denzi's got a long throw coming up. He tosses it into Young. Young scoots down. Gets the better of his defender, and Manser scores 4 minutes into the game. So this is what Young can do. He just goes around his defender. Manser likes scoring from this position. He scored like 2 or 3 goals, maybe 3 or 4 goals. That might be the 3rd or 4th goal that he scored from that position in the last like 4 games, 5 games. Don't let him go around you. Blocked. Sends it out. And Tyler Roberts scores. They answer right back. And nothing else going on. Bradshaw gets the ball, crosses in. Crosses back in. Back to Denzi. Denzi sets it up in the middle. Manser gets it over. And then Matt J scores. Referee's flag goes up. Disallowed goal. We're going up the flanks, right? We're going up the flanks. Be more direct in our passing. We're going to pass into space. Maybe we need to pass to feet and go back, be a little less direct, shorter passes. I'm going to play through. We're going to do short goal kicks. Let's progress through the flanks. We're going to give the ball to our fullbacks. Let's do balanced. Let's do floated crosses still. Let's not play for set pieces though. I'll play for set pieces. I think they had a couple of shorter defensive backs. Okay, shorter, play through, pass to feet, short goal kicks. We still do our high press. We're going to trigger the press more often, much more often. Counter press, trap inside. And gain control of this match. Okay, Sonny goes and gets the ball, brings it up. We're on a fast break. And it's blocked, and there'd be a corner. See if we get a corner highlight. No. Let's go attacking. Evans gives it out to and lumps it down. All right, there's Denzi coming up on the wing. And he shoots. You can't direct it goalwards. .98. And then they've got a fast break going. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 back. And Young gets it, gives it to Jay. Jay's looking for Sonny go fish, and that should be a goal. Looked like he was onside. Disallowed goal, offside. I tell you, what did I tell you with that loss against in the FA Trophy? The tide may be turning. FM may be turning the tide against us. Of course, these games are always tough. Whenever you're playing a game against, and Bradshaw scores, whenever you're playing a game against a team in the relegation zone, it doesn't matter where you are on the table, it's going to be a tough game. I guess maybe the game is trying to simulate that they are trying to stay up. I don't know what this says. It's a replay. It signifies that team is trying to stay up, and they're fighting so hard to stay up. But it also doesn't necessarily reflect on the ability of that team and the ability of your team to break them down. Get inside, and that looks like that's a good goal. They did have their defensive line was pretty low. Praise them. Yeah, their defensive line. This guy was playing everybody on side. Okay, this is more what we're used to. Let's look at the stats. 12 shots, 3 long shots, 25%. That is acceptable, actually. I'm going to have another stroopwafel. We're scoring over our XG. They've won 25 headers. So I think maybe I'm going to stop playing for set pieces. Since they're winning all the headers. They've actually completed more passes in the final third than we have. We've completed double the progressive passes they have. We've only completed 5 crosses. So we're getting 32 passes off before they make a defensive action. They're getting 22. Corners? 8 corners, 4 for us. Or 4 for them. Headers 1. Oh, this is headers 1. So corners and crosses. So we've done 8 corners. We've only completed 5 crosses. So I think we're going to change that. We definitely have the match momentum. But that doesn't mean anything. That does not mean anything. Because we saw that in the match before. We're not going to play for set pieces. We're not winning headers today. I liked what I saw there with Bradshaw, like bombing up the field. Man. Bradshaw gets the ball. And who is that? Morgan Freeman? Freeman Morgan? The highlight continues. Let's praise him. Let's turn those frowns upside down. We're just moving the ball at will. Punches it out. JJ gets it back. Then he drives down to the byline. He shoots. Oh, at the post. Oh, and Freeman Morgan missed. That was like a sitter. That whole side of the goal was open. Oh, man. I mean, we're just dominating this. Another goal kick. You want to go on attacking, or let's go to positive? Let's go back to positive. We got the lead. Let's start on doing a little bit of, let's lower the tempo a little bit. Let's do a little bit of, let's slow the pace down. Let's do low crosses. We're going to do work the ball in the box. So let's just, slow it down a little bit. We're going to trigger the press more often. Bradshaw again. Goalkeeper grabs it. Strickland comes back to get the ball, lumps it down the field, gives it right back to him. Oh, and Denzi, nice tackle. Okay, let's see. Sam's on a yellow. So let's bring in Barrett, who's having a good game. Sonny's having a good game. Matt J's frustrated by the feedback. Really? I was praising you, Matt. Let's bring in Low Everton. Let's see, who else is tired, having a good game, not having a good game. He's probably tired because he was injured recently. Let's bring Golden on for him. And then Bradshaw is having a good game, 7.65. Evans is having a good game. So let's give them a pep talk. Let's get the result intact. Okay, let's look at our tactics again. Struggling to meet the pace of the match. We bring Sonny, how you doing? You're calm. You're on at 7.29, and you're doing pretty good there. Um, JJ, you're doing a 677. We could bring on O'Connell. Bring O'Connell on for you. Hayfield. Dylan Freeman, you're playing good. Low Everton, not great. Young, you're playing pretty good. We could Strickland. I bring it. I could bring Manser back here maybe for Strickland. And then who do I put in there? Nobody can go in there. Strickland, you're tired, but you're playing okay. You're calm. Okay. Let's just keep one sub in our pocket then and bring off JJ. I think that we're doing right. Bringing off JJ. Or bringing off J, Sam. I'll do a pep talk. O'Connell. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I just did that. Thanks, game. No, he was offside. Yeah, see, that's pretty much what we're used to. Lots of shots. We had 26 shots and we had 10 long shots, even though our long shots were set to discourage long shots. because you can't get your players to stop shooting long. So we had 2.81. We had they out-headed us. So that's why I took off play for set pieces. Final third passes almost doubled them up on that. Tripled them up on progressive passes, ball share. Way more ball share. We got 26 passes in. They got 19. Where are we? We're 1 point behind Carlisle. But they have a game in hand on us. Appeared positively chuffed. And when it gets sunny, back in form. It is. What time? We got about an hour, maybe. So I think what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go here. So we are halfway through the season. We are on 54 points. What's our goal differential? We're only 4 behind Carlisle now on goal differential. We lead the league with 50 goals scored. We've lost 4 games, won 17. And we're good form. And Carlisle's won 4 of the last 5 matches, 4 straight. Taunton is pushing up also. Taunton was promoted with us last year. So they are newly promoted also. Lost to York. So they had 3 home games or 3 away games in a row. 4 of their last 5 games have been away. 3-2 for us. Carlisle, 3-2 for them. So pretty even. So we've got the same form, going on the same form now as Carlisle does, except they've won 4 in a row. Okay, I'm going to save this. Save game. Da, 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 da. And let's do it again, just to make sure. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream here because I want to play some Foundry. So if you guys want to stick around, I'll be back in a few minutes. But for right now, yeah, I think I just want to I'm going to stop the stream here, but I will give you my usual outro. Wherever you are in the wide world, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night, put yourself in a position to be blessed and be blessed. And we'll see you next time for more Football Manager. Be tomorrow, no, probably not till next week. And then so more Football Manager next week. I'm going to be back in a few minutes and stream a little bit of Foundry, maybe an hour or so of Foundry. So we will see you shortly for that if you want to hang around in the stream, or just look for me in about 5 minutes to do some Foundry. So we'll see you then. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll see you in a little bit.